I always said that to everybody. Never skin that bear till you shoot him. And never go out to get a profit. I'm Tony Pomerleau. I was born in 1917. I was born up in Marbleton, Quebec. I was less than years old when we came to Barton on a farm. And we lived there till 1927. And then we moved to Newport. I was raised in Newport. Back those days, outside of the kitchen, they used to dig a big hole in the ground. And I fell from upstairs into that hole. And apparently, what they told me, what broke my fall, I landed on the aluminum pail. Otherwise, I'd have been killed. At that time, I don't remember a thing. About 8 years old, that's when I didn't wear that cast iron anymore. And then the lights went on. From the time I was 13 years old to 17 years old, I used to trim windows every night in my life. You know, here I'm a kid, 13 years old, I'm trimming windows, I'm cutting grass, I'm washing cars. I had 4 or 5 kids working for me all the time. I had one brother older than me and one sister older than I. We were very, very close because my brother, 10 years older than me, and you know, we used to go fishing together and hunting together and everything else. Very close. My sister, same way. Her husband was the manager of Royal Bank of Canada. That's how come I met my wife, visiting my sister up in Canada. She was in a hospital. My wife was a nurse in that hospital. And so I met her when she was taking care of my sister. Then she took care of me. We were married in 1946. I didn't intend to have 10 kids, but I married an Irish girl, that's what happened. After 3, it was all her fault. I came here to Burlington in 1942. So I opened up a small grocery store. I changed the whole store. I made a display. They got to see things to buy things. And then I went into wholesale business. So I sold my wholesale business to the manager of the Vermont Hotel at the time. Next morning, I went out to find a piece of land. I built the first shopping center in the state of Vermont, probably one of the first ones in the country, because parking in the front. And I got the idea for the hotel. Downtown, Church Street was it for the whole area. You know, St. Albans used to come here and everything else. They had some big hotels downtown and everything else. I bought a lot of buildings downtown Burlington for $35,000, $40,000, $50,000. This was time to change downtown Burlington. And I bought Woolworths, I bought the apartment house, I bought the dry cleaning plant and the Salvation Army. I went in business in 1942. I never had a year that I had less than the year before. I don't know how I found time with the kids, but I did. And I had told my secretary, any one of my kids comes in, can come in and say hello to me. And it kissed me and hugged me. And Dr. Dad, I was a doctor for them. They needed money or medicine. So I had we had a great life with the kids, had a great life raising them up, and my kids came first. And you should see the parties that every year I give in December to Sheridan. I've been very fortunate making money, and so I pass it on. You know, I give a building to St. Michael's College, YMCA, and the Burlington Boys Club, you know. And if you go by the police station, you see my name up there. I give them that building, geez, 20 years ago, 25 years ago. I always said there's a time limit for everything except for me. I'm never going to retire. You know, you retire at 65, you're dead at 70, 75. Do something. Put the car in the garage, don't start it for 2 years, doesn't start. Here I am, 97 years old, still working every day. And you know what I said? My 100th anniversary, I'm going to have a big anniversary. Then I'm going to have the Air National Guard take me up 15,000 feet, jump. If the parachute don't open, I overstayed my stay anyway, so I'm still way ahead of the game, but it'll open. If I had to live my life over again, of course. I don't know if I'd be as successful again as I was, but no, I achieved everything I had. I didn't went backwards. And I think your success in life is not so much money you're going to make. If you're happy with what you're doing, that's the whole thing.